Guys, this is how you get used to water.
I know,
acclimatize.
I know, but
acclimatize.
there's no way that
Double
works.
acclimatize.
It does not work. I don't believe her.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the University of Idaho YouTube channel. My name is Natalie.
I'm Maddie.
Wesley.
Yeah. And we are current students, and we have been asked a few questions, and we figured we could answer some here. I don't know. There might be questions that you don't know how to ask, who to ask, or you might just be uncomfortable asking. I don't know. They're kind of real. But if you, they're kind of real questions. I won't lie. But if you think of any other questions that you might have, feel free to leave them down below, and we will do another episode. So, okay. First question. What do you really like about the U of I?
A lot to choose from here.
There's so many options.
Yeah, there's just so many things I can talk about. My favorite thing is it's a mid-sized university, so you have a lot of access to the professors. Like they have office hours.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Gotta work together here.
You know, you have lots of access to professors. Like you can go talk to them. Like all the professors, they pretty much know me by name. So
yeah.
It's pretty nice. You get that connection. Absolutely.
I will add on to that, because I fully believe in that, but also beyond accessing your professors, you have access to opportunities like research and different jobs and classes and internships and all that jazz really early on, because we are a mid-sized university, so we don't have too many students fighting for the opportunities. I've done research since my very first semester here at the U of I, and now I'm a second semester senior, which is scary, but other universities, you don't necessarily have that chance, but you definitely do here at the U of I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of like how close-knit everything is here. I feel like since it's, kind of smaller, as we've said, everything kind of ties together really well here. Great communication between a lot of the different programs here. And honestly, just a lot of opportunities too. It's great.
Yeah. I also just love Moscow. It's so pretty here.
How do you make friends at college or in classes? Wesley, do you have something?
I feel like one of the easiest ways is, there's a multitude, but clubs, always a great spot. It's basically you join a club and you get to pick which one. So you just get to join something you're interested in. And guess what? Everyone else in that club is also going to have the exact same interest. So great way to meet people.
I'd say this is tough. You actually have to get out there and talk to people.
Yeah.
Not good for engineers.
Hey.
We're both engineers, so it's okay to say.
I'm not. I'm just very protective.
But you have to put yourself out there to some extent. You can't just hermit in your dorm all day and expect to make a ton of friends. So definitely get out there, meet all the people on your floor, in your house, or whatever. You do have to get out there to some extent.
Yeah, and on top of that, you gotta go to class.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but sometimes some of my best friends or the easiest connections I've made have been when we've been in class and you kind of just commiserate or you complain about something. I know it's bad or whatever, but I'll be like, oh my gosh, are you serious? An exam the first day of school? And then when it comes to do homework or studying, because you already know each other and we're already kind of on the same boat, I don't know, I feel like it kind of breaks the ice a little bit. It's easier.
Or it's complaining about the same homework assignment.
Yes.
Over and over.
They're like, oh, it's only 2 problems, but it is A through F on both. Oh, thanks.
And you're like, seriously? And then the person next to you is like, oh my gosh. And then you're best friends for life. Do you have to have played a sport to play on a college sports club team or club sports team?
No.
Nope.
Hell no.
Hell no. So obviously, if you're looking at our football or basketball or volleyball, the real ones, yes. Unless you're some sort of prodigy, you got to have played before.
You can't walk onto a D1 team,
Yeah. You could try, but it wouldn't go very well. Yeah. But with club sports, yeah, you just.
They're pay to play.
Yeah.
You give your money, you get to play.
The way it goes. Yeah.
My cousin, he played water polo in high school, and so when he came here, he wanted to play the club sports. Or the club water polo team, just so that it was less intense, and we don't have an official water polo team, and he really enjoyed it. So if you've played a sport casually and you want to kind of continue it in a more casual way, that's an option. But you also can just try it out if you want. Okay, next question.
Off track, sorry.
Apologize.
My bad. Ooh, this one's a juicy one.
Okay.
What do you do if you don't like your roommates? Oh, Maddie?
Oh, okay. If you live in the dorms, definitely, worst case scenario, you can move out.
Yeah. I did that my freshman year. I had a situation with my roommate. Last resort, I moved out at semester. But last resort. You gotta be an
Last
adult first.
resort.
You gotta try and talk it out.
Yeah, because right now I'm in an apartment, and let's just say things aren't always good.
And you know what apartments don't have?
You can't just...
RAs.
Yes.
You have to
RAs.
solve it like adults.
Yes.
The worst part.
You can't just go gossip to your RA. You
Yeah.
have to...
But the RAs are great at the residence
Me.
assistant. They're like older students who live on each floor, and they're really good at like being a mediator. And you sign like a roommate contract in the beginning, but like it's okay to leave the situation if it gets bad. But I'd say like if you're just not vibing, like you aren't best friends, then maybe just like go make connections outside and then just use it as like a room, a place to sleep essentially, and then you'll find a better roommate next time. But
If you're living with problematic people, I think you have to talk to each other. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's not really any other way to get through it. Like if you're having a dishes dispute every day, you should probably talk it through.
Yeah.
And I need to apply this to myself. I get it's hard.
Yeah.
But you have to talk to your roommates first and try to be civil because you don't want to be miserable living with each other all the time.
Yeah. Talking it out and being honest and being like, listen, I need my space, I'll be right back, and being able to think things through before you say them. That is like a life skill in general, but it's really good when you have a conflict with someone you're living with.
Yeah.
And please just don't be passive aggressive.
Oh my god.
Do.
That
And I'm
That's
sure
the
we've
worst.
all been characters in someone else's crazy roommate story. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Stuff happens,
yeah.
but
But best thing is like be confrontational. Don't be passive aggressive and rude and just ignore your roommates. Like that's just gonna make it so much worse.
And also, if you meet people on campus too, it's never not an option to see if they want to move into a dorm together or something like that. That's what I did, and it was much better than my initial roommate. So, yeah.
just one more. What do out-of-state students do to get acclimated to Idaho? So,
Okay. I'm from in-state, but it's also an 8-hour drive away.
That is not the same thing.
yeah, my drive probably
how long?
like 23 hours.
That's a bit different.
Like,
And that's
where-
if we go like straight through, which never happens. I think when I hear acclimated, I think of like a couple different things. Well, first I think of that TikTok of the lady going like acclimatize, double the acclimatize.
I still have no idea. You tried to show me that once, I just didn't get
It's
it.
just some lady standing in a lake and she's like, guys, this is how you get used to water.
I know,
Acclimatize.
but
Acclimatize.
there's no way that
Double
works.
acclimatize.
It does not work. I don't believe her.
I haven't tried it.
I told him about this months ago.
You don't even acclimatize, bro?
Do you even acclimatize? Weather-wise, you just get used to it. Like, I don't know what else to say. I definitely let my SoCal-ness show my freshman year. I mean, I was pulling out a jacket when it was like 65 degrees. And people just knew I wasn't from here because they weren't putting jackets on till like 55 degrees. Like, I mean, there was like a 10-degree differential there. And now I'm the same way. Now I don't put, like, I'm like, ooh, it's balmy today. It's 34. Warm.
It was like 40 yesterday and sunny. I was like,
I was
I was
sweating.
like, is this summer?
I was like, oh my gosh, it's May.
Time to start tanning.
But, and so now actually when I go back home on school breaks, I'm kind of miserable because of the temperature. Like, it'll be the middle of December, my family's freezing. I'm like, guys, we need to turn the AC on. I can't sleep. So you do just get used to it. But,
it rains a lot more here than I'm used to, at least.
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
It snows here a lot more than it does where I'm from.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from a desert, bro. This is
Me too. I'm from a desert.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, we're desert people.
Wow.
Oh, a little life hack. Nobody uses umbrellas in the Pacific Northwest.
True.
That's something, I mean, like, you'll see a handful of them, but back home, because it only rains, like, 5 times in, like, a decade, everyone pulls out, like, the umbrellas, and they don't know how to function. In the Pacific Northwest, life goes on when there's weather.
See, like if you're just sprinkling, it's fine.
But then, as far as, like, moving away from home, because even 8 hours, it's still away from home. I mean, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a quick, like, I'm going to home for dinner tonight.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get as far away from Twin as possible, but
You didn't get very far.
Yeah, you could have gone much further, probably.
I also didn't want to be like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
That's true. We are a good value school, by the way. Remember that.
And we're not being paid to say any of this. I want to
No.
make that very clear. This is a volunteer. This
Yeah.
is not
I
sponsored.
took time out of my day.
I skipped a nap, okay?
That's so true.
Yeah, I'd say I definitely wanted to get away from home. I wanted to find new experiences. obviously, I mean, my birthday is in October. I can't speak for everybody here, but I was so freaking homesick around my birthday.
Yeah.
Freshman year, and it just helps. Like, I still like text my parents every day, and they send me pictures of like my dogs and my cats, and I'm just like, oh, like I see them. But it definitely, like, I feel like it's kind of, when you get there, it's not bad. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm at college, it's so much fun. And then college actually starts, and you're like, oh.
There's that brutal first, like, what is it, like the 3rd month? I feel like it sets in pretty bad.
Yeah, just because, especially because you go to school in August and you don't really go back home until like Thanksgiving.
It's like the longest stretch
Yeah.
without like a break from school.
But yeah, it's definitely like the middle of that. It can be kind of tough, but it does get better. I mean, we have like counseling here on campus that I definitely recommend.
Yeah.
I went to that when I was
Oh, freshman year, they knew. No, I had appointment. My bi-weekly appointment with, I believe her name was Rachel. I loved Rachel.
Yeah. What about you, Wesley? Do you recommend?
For what?
Moving away.
Moving away from home. Okay, fine. I mean, dude, it's like a 7-hour drive. I'm from Boise, Idaho. I don't know if any of you Idahoans have ever heard of it.
Ever heard of that place?
Wait, yeah.
Boise. Where's Boise?
It's like southern, never mind, I can't say that. It's in the middle of nowhere. No, but yeah, it's not, I mean, I wanted to get far away from home. Yeah, it's a transition for sure, but everyone gets used to it. And I mean, honestly, I think there's more rewards about going away from home and trying new things than not. So you definitely grow up a lot.
I will say.
Yes, there's a lot of growing up that happens. I know it's cliche, and everybody in your life will tell you this. Parents, grandparents, older friends, older siblings, everyone who's done this will tell you, so you can just add me to the list. You're not the only one who feels that way.
It's so true.
And it gets better, but it's true. I mean, I found one person that I felt like I could be vulnerable with my freshman year. Her name's Esther. And I was like, listen, I miss my mom like crazy. She's like, oh, me too. And so then I felt like one other person that we could say, like, oh, I have to go call my mom or whatever. Like, I don't know. I promise you're not the only one who feels that way. But sometimes finding someone else that you feel like you can say, you miss mommy.
Structure, it's really good in like your first year, because you're either living in like a Greek chapter or you're living in like a dorm, most likely. And, you know, you have your dorm, you have like the eatery or like the chef in like a sorority or fraternity, and it's nice. You don't have to like try to like plan your meals, but then like as you get older, you move into your apartment.
That's
you
on
like
you now.
you like get into it. You know, you're not just automatically thrown in. You have to figure out everything by yourself. So that is
Plus-
a perk of living on campus.
Yes. Plus there's like the obligatory, like, oh, I'm sick of the dining hall food. Like, I'm sick of sharing a room with someone. That makes you ready for the next step, which is cooking your own food, moving into an apartment. Like, living on campus is such an important experience. I think you get so many life skills. Plus, it forces you to make connections.
True, meeting people off campus is so hard.
It's so hard. Anything else? Any questions?
Any questions?
Hello?
Oh, we probably should close out the video.
yeah, probably.
Instead of just saying, like, okay, guys, bye.
I'm just yapping.
Okay.
We should come up with a weird graphics request for them to put on the screen
Okay.
in these bloopers. Like the Barbie movies. No, but like, can you please put a pickle wearing a top hat
You just use AI.
right here? But he's dancing to the fight song.
Oh, the band fights.
That is officially all we have for you today.
Yes.
But like we said in the beginning, if you have any other questions or anything else you'd like to know, feel free to leave it down below. You know, like, comment, all that jazz.
Give it a big thumbs up.
Give it, smash that like
Smash that
button.
subscribe button.
Turn on notifications so you never miss an
Ring that little
upload.
bell.
And we are definitely down to film another version of this. So if you have any like juicy questions
Please.
or stupid silly
These
questions,
were like top of the iceberg.
Turn off the camera.